6 years after first trying the 600k Bryan Chapman Audax and making a horrible mess of it, I'm back for another crack, this time on a shiny Lauf Úthald. Will I end up being sick in a hedge again somewhere in Wales, or is this the year I make it back to Chepstow? All be revealed, so stay tuned.
I'm on the M48, I'm heading towards Chepstow over the old Severn Bridge. I've got my bike and everything that I could remember that I need, which from previous experience won't be everything, but it will be probably enough. Feeling a little bit nervous about tomorrow. The weather looks good. I got a couple of mates to ride with who are similar pace to me. I mean, it should be fun until it's not.
First control, honeys.
We're on our way. Climbing up on the way to Usk. I'm with my wing people. Got Rachel. Got Justin in the background there. Last time I went off like a train with the fit lads. It didn't end well. This time Justin was still eating his beans on toast when everyone left. So we're on our own. And we can set our own pace and it's rather nice. First big climb of the day. It's as easy as it's going to get, I think. Yeah. Thank you, kind sir. Tell which of us had sensible scrambled eggs on toast and which of us had full English. I was thinking that. I was saying to Justin earlier that I couldn't remember any of the bits from Bronlist to Clonidlos. Couldn't remember what happened, and I think this is why I've erased it from my memory. Just a long old slog up the A470. Rubbish. Things have taken a turn. The very finest fish and chips in Lauf. Now we're in the mountains. Right, I've made it to Kings, which is about 200k and so a third distance. And really, on a ride like this, although it sounds strange to say it, it's as soon as you can take stock of how it's going. And actually, I think it's going pretty well. We started behind the main pack. We set our own pace. We've been keeping to that. I've got a spreadsheet. We're on time. The next section, we're going out along the coast. We go to Barmouth, across the estuary, which is really beautiful, through Harlech and Bedgler, and then we're into Snowdonia, and there's some big climbs to do before we get to Menai. That's 300k, and then we have to do another 100k to get to our sleep stop at Aberdyfi, and that's where I fell apart last time. So hopefully, this time, because I've taken it easy, I'm going to be good. So big moment, we're about 260k in. We just passed through Bedgler, we're in Snowdonia, just at the foot of the Penny Pass. And this is the last big climb on the way out. Get to the top of this, it's downhill all the way to Menai. Apart from the little bit that isn't downhill that I could really have done without last time. But we've got about 4 or 5k, fairly steep climbing to do, and then it's a nice long descent. I'm looking forward to this. Right, a long night section now. How many hours? 5 hours? It's going to be dark and cold, and there isn't anywhere to stop. But, you know, it might be fun. It's not going to be fun, is it? Here we go then. Back over the bridge. Off to Aberdyfi. Well, we're about 10k to go to the sleep stop now. This has been a long old slog. I am looking forward to a sit down, something to eat. It's been over 4 hours just riding through the dark. It's very cloudy, there's no moon. It's been misty as well, it's been hard to see at times. We've done it. Happy gang is back together. I'm very tired.
Good morning. Well, yeah, not a lot of filming from when I arrived last night. We were a little bit the worse for wear. Softened up by the 4.5 hours through the night along the coast, which wasn't very flat at all in the end. Which didn't seem it anyway. But I've had a couple of hours sleep, and it's the morning, and it's sunny, and the legs feel okay. I'm going to get some food down me, and we're going to carry on. And I think it feels like we're going to make it. This is 400k points, so we're 2/3 the distance. Just got to get all the way through Wales and over the Gospel Pass to finish. So let's crack on.
The Lauf has been great, it's comfortable, it's quick. I'm really glad I put my aero bar risers on because I've been using that position a lot. I was in it for about an hour overnight. But it's a great bike for this kind of stuff. And I reckon I'll be able to smash out the last 200k, no problem. So almost 24 hours of riding time. Let's not count the faffing. Let's come to this. This is the final, well, not the final hurdle, hopefully the final challenge. We're on the Gospel Pass, which is 455 meters of vertical climbing up to the gap between Hay Bluff over there and Lord Hereford's Knob. No sniggering at the back. So before I finish, just a bit of a recap on the ride. Now, when you're doing something that you've previously failed to do, there's always a point at which you think, actually I think I'm going to make it this time. And for me, well, overnight, I was feeling reasonably confident when we managed to get to the sleep stop, because I didn't manage to do that before. But actually it came for me in Knighton. We put 100k into the second day, and suddenly we only had 120k to do and 9 hours to do it in. And I thought, I'm pretty much going to do that, that's going to be fine. So that was brilliant. And from then on, we've just been tapping out the miles really. Not been going particularly hard, but we've got plenty of time in hand. And I reckon we'll finish in about 38 and a half hours. I mean, it all could still go wrong, but it's a lovely day. The view is incredible, and I'm going to enjoy this last bit of the climb up to the top. very much. That was amazing. Come on.
Well done.
So strong.
Put them on there, and you're done, Dave. If you could just autograph it there, please.
Certainly.
Congratulations on finishing it.
Thanks, mate.
Yeah, you're really pleased.
There's tea.
Not as pleased as me.
Whoa, Dave. How are the legs?
The legs, surprisingly, are all right.
Yeah?
Yeah, not bad.
So you completed it.
I completed it. My total time was 38 hours and 18 minutes, of which about 27 hours was actually turning the pedals.
God, you
And the other 11 hours were, were general faffing and
Yeah.
quite a lot of eating.
I'm not surprised. Do you know how many calories you got through?
I have no idea. I didn't finish the ride any lighter than I started, let's just put it that way.
How did you manage that?
Oh, we ate everything. So we started off with full English about
Yeah.
3 hours in, and it pretty much just went downhill from there. There was chips, there was crisps, there was sweets, there was soup and curry, and just pretty much, yeah. And Mr. Tom bars 49p in some spa in
Really?
the middle of Wales.
No
yeah.
way.
A lot of them.
There's a reason to go to the middle
Yeah.
of Wales. How was the rest of the middle of Wales, other than the bargains?
I mean, I think on a weekend like we had, with the weather that we had, there are very few places in the world that are as beautiful to ride a bike. It was unbelievable. The views from the Gospel Pass,
Yeah.
over the Lannymac Mountain Road, along the coast road to Harlech, round through Aberdyfi and like up into the hills, just so beautiful.
And I'm always amazed at how few people there are out there. It seems like just barren.
Yeah,
wilderness.
although a lot of the time we were getting passed by caterers on the Saturday
Yeah.
because it was the fish and chip run that day. And funnily enough, a couple of my mates rocked up in one, and they'd messaged me to say they'd seen a BCM rider,
Yeah.
and it turned out they were just a mile down the road. So we met them at the co-op in Llanidloes.
For some food?
Yeah, had a Killipo,
Very nice.
Killipo and a bottle of Coke. Yeah, brilliant.
You were lucky with the weather. And,
Very lucky.
How was the bike then?
I mean, I can't say anything bad about it really. For the whole ride, it was faultless and just a really comfortable, really stable machine to do a long ride on. Super efficient. I never had any problems. The only problem I had is when I'm tired. You know SRAM, how you press both to go from little to big. It's a very simple concept, isn't it?
It is a very simple
The only thing you've
concept.
got to remember is which chain ring you're in, yeah?
Yeah.
So, for instance, if you've already thought you're going to change down for a climb,
and you're
and then
already
you get to the
in
climb and
little
change
ring.
into the big ring, you get into quite a lot of trouble.
I can see. Well, that is high praise indeed, because if I'm on a bike for more than 4 hours, I absolutely hate the thing. You can check out Dave's full build using the video up there. But since then, since we last spoke, has anything changed on it?
So for the ride, it's back into race mode now. I've taken everything off it, but back on the ride, it was pretty much as the video. I had some aero bars on there. In fact, I made them higher, put risers in, so that was a position I could hold more comfortably, and I used that position a lot. We were bashing into a headwind for like the second half of day one, and through the night I was down on those a lot so that I could have a little nap along the way.
We don't condone that type of behaviour.
Don't do it, kids. And instead of the Zefal bag, I had a tail fin one because there happened to be one knocking around that I could borrow, which
nice.
turned out to be excellent. Other than that, pretty much as you saw it, yeah. And it worked really, really well. I had enough storage. I remembered to charge nearly everything, so that was good, yeah.
So hammerhead, power meter. Oh, we talked about the power meter.
Yes.
Did you use it?
I did use it. So I set it up to give me a lap every hour, and that would just give me a heads up on what my average power had been. And I know from experience that like riding a long way, I want to keep it at about 50% FTP. So about 150 watts for me. And most of the time it was that. That's taking it pretty easy, obviously. I mean, it's not 150 watts all the time. It's, you know, you're going harder up the hills, you're cruising at times, but that tends to be about the benchmark for me. I tried to keep to that, and actually it worked out really well for me. I felt really, really good nearly all of the way around. The last hour through the dark to Aberdyfi
was a slog, and we were really tired. It was about 3 in the morning, and that was hard. But actually, when we woke up in the morning, we had 200k left to do. It looked achievable, and then we knocked out another 100k for the next leg, and then suddenly it's 120k in 9 hours. And at that point, you know you're going to make it. And the pace kind of went out of the ride at that point. It's fair to say. There was a little bit more stopping at petrol stations and eating crisps. And we had the Gospel Pass to get over, which is it's a tough climb, but you can do it slowly, and then that's fine. And the views from the top were amazing. And there was an ice cream van.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Go. Well, I actually did a little ride between Chepstow and Monmouth, and it took about 20 people coming the other way for me to realise that it was the event that you were on. Everyone seemed really smiley. Were you smiling at that point?
I was smiling at that point, because at that point you can stop riding in about half an hour. So, you're over it by then, really. You just want to get it done. But it's a fantastic event. It was really well organised. It takes an army of volunteers to do it. I mean, there are loads and loads of people. And also there was 3 events on the same day. So there was the 600 that I'm doing, another event that's 2 300s, so you get a longer sleep in Menai, and then another one which was 3 200s. So you stop at the 200 point sleep there, do a lap up to Menai, come back, sleep again, and then go back.
They're still going.
So they're all done. They were having a great time. It was like,
I'd rather that one.
Yeah, I think I might try that one next year. But big thanks to Will from Audax Club Bristol, all their Audax Club Bristol guys for putting it on. It was a fantastic event.
And the most important question, how did the colour go down?
How did the colour go down? It was a popular colour. People like an iridescent greeny purple. Very nice. And I thoroughly recommend it. In the Welsh sun, looks beautiful.
Hopefully it looks beautiful in more places than just the Welsh sun, because that's only for 2 days a year. But it does look really good. So it sounds like you had a pretty good time.
I had a pretty good time. It was great.
What's the next challenge then?
Well, the next challenge, I don't know if you've ever used VeloViewer, but I use that to do my yearly stats, and it has this thing where it puts up stars for the rides you've completed. This is the first ride that I've done over 7,000 metres of climbing. When you get that star, it puts up a new thing that says, well, you haven't done 8,000 metres of climbing. And
well, 8,000? Why stop there? That's almost an Everest.
It's almost an Everest. And an Everest is something that I have been considering.
Ooh.
I'm not sure that I'm capable of doing it. I don't know.
Well, if you get 1,000 likes, will you do an Everest?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. There you go.
I'll try.
Like away.
I'll try. I'll do it on the road. Literally, I'll do it on the road outside my house. Up and down that. It's 100 laps.
You'll have to be careful about cars pulling out in front of you down there. But that might be the least of your worries.
That'd be the least of my worries. Like 200k in, when I'm a husk of myself. And
would you do it on the Lauf?
Oh, definitely. Yeah. It's a great bike. I mean, this build isn't quite as light as the other build that I've tried, but it's light enough. The gears are nice and low. It's super comfortable. Maybe I'd put some lighter wheels on it for an Everest, but other than that, I don't think you'd really need to change much. So there you go. That was my 600-kilometre Audax experience on the Lauf Úthald. If you've got any questions about that ride, or Audaxing in general, or this bike, stick them in the comments below. We'll get them answered for you. Don't forget to like the channel for more great content like this, and an Everesting video that I might hopefully not have to do.
I'm not going to do it, that's for sure. We'll see you next time.